how it is working. 0 to 250, and then okay, you have got 0 to 300. So if you are using the protocol, all the cars that is Monday, that they should have left, right, accelerate, brake, and XYZ, whatever methods you want. And but you cannot keep the implementation code same for each of the classes. You need to override the implementation code. So in this case, you need to what you do is you need to write your own method. You need to change the code. So for standardizing it,
Okay.
we make use of interface. Clear with this?
Yes. And a class could implements more than one class, but a class could not extend more than one class, right?
Yes, a class that can implement more than one interface, but it cannot extend more than one class. It can implement more than one interface.
Okay, okay. Inter
Now, where this can be used is um, when it comes to some GUI programming, there you have something called interfaces we have under that. Now, your prepaid statement is an interface. Your statement is an interface. These are the interfaces. This prepaid statement it is not a class in Java. These prepaid statement and statement is interface. So with the help of the prepaid statement, you are with the help of statements, what are we doing is this is second. First you have statement and then prepaid statements. It extends statement. One interface it can extend another interface. So you have just given the rules for this, that is the protocol. What you have is with the help of this you should be able to execute and then execute query. You have these are the methods that are provided, and then you have got execute plus many other methods are there. I'm discussing the base method what we have covered in the class. And then you have got execute query, and then execute. Now if you observe, the methods are same, method names they are same in both the cases, but their functionality is different. There is the difference between the execute method of the statement interface, and there is a difference between the execute method of the prepaid statement. So who is providing this so who is providing the functionality? Who is implementing these classes?
the interface?
Mm-hmm. Interface, in the interface you don't write in implementation code. This is an interface, this is again an interface. So, but when we are calling execute query or execute, our code is executed. So somewhere this code is implemented. This code has been implemented for execute query and execute. And we know this one is static, or this is static in the sense it is compiled every time, and at the bottom line if I say this is compiled only once. So there is difference in execution also. So both are interfaces, but the implementation code is different. So who is providing the implementation code for this? Okay, now let me give you a hint. Now look, we use Derby database. So what are the other database you are familiar with? Derby is built in, so I'll just use Derby for convenience sake. But what are the other databases you are familiar with? Can we use Oracle? Okay,
Yeah.
let me just, Oracle is there, DB2 is there, Sybase, etc., etc. These are the various databases that can be used. So I can call execute method on each of these databases. So you can call it on Derby, and then you can call it on this also. You can call it on this also. And I can call this on Sybase also. Clear on this? So,
Okay.
so you can call on all this stuff. So who's providing the code? Because all these are different products. Because their codes, these are all four different products. But we are able to execute the same. That is, we when we call execute query or execute update, we don't call execute update for Derby, or we don't say execute update for Oracle. We just call execute. So how does this happen? Means there is a different implementation code. So over here implementation with respect to this Derby database. There should be someone who should be writing the implementation code with respect to Oracle, because you have to write the code in such a way that the Oracle understands. Implement with respect to, you have to write the implementation code with respect to DB2 and then so on. So you have what, did we use drivers over here? Driver. We included this driver.
Okay.
So remember, under libraries for Derby client jar. So for this one, you have included this jar file. So this jar file will actually provide implementation for statement, comma, repeat statement, and all the rest of the other interfaces. Is this clear? Now this Derby client,
Yes.
if you explore this, so see over here you've got this result set. Result set again, it is an interface. Sorry, this is request. This is result set. Mm, see, over here you have got repeat statement. This one. So Derby is providing the implementation for your repeat statement. And then we have got statement interface. So Derby is providing the implementation. So if you see this, the code is in the compile form. So you see, this is the implements. Public class statement implements Java.sq statement with callback interface. So it is the Derby which is providing the implementation code, whereas this you execute query. So when you're calling execute query, actually this is the code that is executed. This is in the compile form. This is the dot class code. Clear on this?
Yes.
Now, if you want, what you can do is you can include one more driver. So this is the job of the driver. Let me include another jar file. Let me go to Oracle. Hmm. Now, if I am using Oracle database, I have to use this file. So if you again explore this, you have got all this stuff. So Oracle will provide the code for this. Hmm. Oracle. So if you find these are the specific classes. See, this is the Oracle specific type. Result set cache. So just check it. So somewhere it will be present, but it will be there. So every driver is responsible for providing its own implementation. So you have got the drivers that will provide their own. So this one. So what is the name for this one? Oracle driver. OJDBC5. So this one. So for the Oracle, the driver name what we have as Oracle driver. So this Oracle driver, this will provide the implementation for statement slash people. So what are you doing is what JDK, sorry, what the specification does, it will just create a protocol, and what it is doing is it is just creating a protocol interface statement, and then it has got the methods that is execute query and then execute update. This is the method what it has got. And when it has to execute or execute query or execute update, let's say Roma has created a database. Now, if you want the Roma database to be accessible, Roma database is to be accessible in the Java program, then what you're supposed to do? Execute query and execute update. Let's say this has to be accessible. So then what you're supposed to do? I want the Java program to execute this, execute query and all this stuff on the database. So what you have to do?
Now, I think you have to implement, you got to use the um, that respective type, you know, and
Hmm.
implement for the statement.
Hmm. Correct.
The like my client server, you got to use it, right?
Yes. So what you have to do, Roma driver, it should implement statement. So as you said, your class, you need to write your own class that should implement this because you yourself understand how your database works. According to that, you have to write the implementation code. Clear on this?
Oh, okay, now I got it. So Roma database.
So this is a protocol. It is just a protocol. So you need to write the driver code which implements the statement. In fact, you need to write all the, you need to provide the implementation code for all the interfaces that are declared in this package. Import
Okay.
java.sql. So in this again, you will have various interfaces. So you need to provide, your driver should provide the implementation code for all the classes that are present and import java.sql package. So this is the role of interfaces. If in case interface or protocol is not defined, then it becomes very much difficult for the people who are writing or for the engineers who are writing the code for driver. So if you have to standardize it, you create an interface, you just create a protocol. Whoever wants to implement that, you can share with them and they will write the code that meet their requirements according to their requirements. So you are writing the code according to your database. Derby client driver has written the code according to their database. Oracle driver, this the driver engineers who have written the code for the Oracle driver, they will write the code for the Oracle database. So it is database specific. Does this answer your question?
Yes. So basically, for example, when you have the interface protocol, right?
Hmm.
And I make a program for it, and at the end, when you know it's Oracle, so this driver is built in, or you gotta make the code for all this, or it's just built in?
No, no, you have to write the code for this. Means
Okay.
in our case, it is built in because each database
Oh,
vendor will provide the code.
okay.
Each database vendor will provide the code for this. If you don't have the driver,
Okay.
then you can go with the ODBC. But ODBC is like we don't use ODBC because it is what do you say? It is very slow. We usually go with either type 3 or type 4.
Okay.
So I hope now it is clear the use of the interface, where to use it.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Thank you very much, Atika.
Okay, welcome. We will wind up the class for today and you just go with the rest of the topics. If in case you have doubts, let me know. We'll discuss in the next session.
Now, the concept we have covered while we were on Skype, they are now going to be uploaded, right?
Yes, because I don't have the recorded sessions for that. But I think you are having access to the previous batch videos. From there, you can view it.
Yeah, I tried that. It takes forever to load, like it just takes forever. But I'm going to go and check in the October session. But the last two classes, not this one, the last and last one, it would be on a, it was on a go-to meeting. It will be there?
If it is there on GoToMeeting, it will be there.
Okay, okay, perfect. So now I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much for your help. I appreciate it.
Okay, welcome. Yeah, take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.